What's up, LEGO builders? Welcome back to Coconut Brick Studios for another episode of building Cato Neimoidia. This week I am going to be trying to figure out how to strengthen the underside of the city so that it can support itself, as well as finishing up some of the buildings and jumping down to one of the plateaus where I'm thinking about putting some kind of like anti-aircraft cannon. Should be pretty cool, pretty exciting episode. I'm really excited for you guys to get another look at the city hanging between the two cliffs. I did get it all put together. I know last week I kind of ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger with it just sitting up there almost pretty much broken in half. If you're excited for today's update, don't forget to execute Order 66 on that like button. And while you're down there, if you haven't already, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future content. All that being said, it's time to get building. All right, here's the situation, everyone. Today is Friday. And I have done absolutely no work on the mock this week, and I have to get an update out in 2 days. So this is going to be interesting. I have been extremely busy and preoccupied this week. I have not been able to work on the mock. Luckily, last week I did get a bunch of progress done after the update, so I do have some things to show you right away. First off, let's jump up here to the city. So I actually got the bank put in. I think it looks really good. I'm really happy with how the pillars turned out, the flower arches on top, and then the roof. The roof is not completely finished. What happened was I didn't really have a clear idea or vision for what I wanted it to look like, so I kind of just threw some extra greebling pieces that I wasn't going to be using up there just to use them and get some gold on there. So that could evolve over time. Sometimes I found it's best to just build something, even though if you're not super happy or satisfied with it, and then let it sit, because it's easier to modify an existing creation than just create something from nothing. So that may be subject to change, but the front part's definitely staying. I like how stately it looks. So that means for the city, all that's left is to finish these two apartments. I think I have the parts to finish most of them, so probably on my live stream tomorrow, I'm going to work on that and hopefully get those all finished up. So talking about the city, the underside, we left on kind of a cliffhanger last week, and I fixed everything right after I filmed. You can see it's all back together, nice and secure. The issue was actually this piece. So ever since I built this bridge, even before anything was on it, I was having troubles getting the bricks to connect to this plate. So it was sitting right here, and it would always pop off, even when there was no weight right there. So I actually put another dark tan one on, and that works much better. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this blue one. It seems to be in better condition than the other one. So for now, I'll just be leaving it. But one thing I really need to figure out this week is how to get this bridge to support itself. You guys gave me some great feedback last week. There are a lot of ideas thrown out, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to go a Technic route. I have an idea that I've kind of been formulating in my mind that I'm going to try out this week using some Technic bars and pegs that will hopefully create some kind of frame that this city can rest on and take some of that pressure off of these ball joints. But it being Friday, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that completely put on there, but I would at least like to have it designed and tested by the end of this update. I did also get a ton more of trans-clear studs in, another 2,000. That brings my total up to over 5,000. And I'm interested to see how far this is going to get me, because I'm hoping I shouldn't have to buy too many more because they're getting really expensive, and I don't even know when I'm going to use these again. Another thing I want to show you guys is this plateau area. I don't remember if I showed you this last update or not. I probably should have gone back and looked to see. But anyways, if you haven't already seen it, it's all finished, and I think this one looks much better than the other one. What I'm planning on doing over here is some kind of anti-aircraft cannon, some kind of defense for the city. I think that would look pretty cool, and I can have it firing at a gunship or something or under attack. I don't have a design for the anti-aircraft cannon, so I'm probably going to have to figure that out this week. Probably going to have it like right here or something, maybe some kind of mini fortification or bunker around it, protecting it from invaders. I have also been thinking about this last third plateau that I'm going to be putting right here, and I think I want to make it taller than these, just because I don't want all these to be the exact same height. I'd like there to be some variation, and so I'm going to try and go a little bit taller with this one. I think it's going to go right here, but I'm still not 100% sure. Hopefully I can get that figured out this week as well. I do also have a haul. All those parts I was waiting on finally came in. First, we have 300 dark tan 2x4s. I honestly thought after Cato Neimoidia I would never have to buy more dark tan bricks, yet here I am buying even more. Hopefully after Cato Neimoidia I'll never have to buy any more, but we'll see. Who knows what I'm gonna plan? Who knows what kind of mock I'll be doing in the future. And then I've got some stuff in this package as well. I don't remember exactly what I have. Oh, yes. So we've got some more dark tan parts, some more wedge plates for the plateaus, and then I got this brick plate thing to use as filler brick. Some more gold greebling and dark tan slopes. But these I thought are pretty cool, so I bought a bunch of white torsos that I'm going to try wiping. So that I can have some plain white torsos to decal with, because I need to decal some more clone troopers for the mock. I would like some more Wolfpack troopers, and I need a bunch of shock troopers for a future project. So I'm going to try that out. I do also have some sandpaper, so look out for some kind of wiping, decaling stream coming up in the near future. All right, I think that's everything. You guys are all caught up, and now it is time for me to jump back into this mock and get some progress done. Oh yeah, one last thing to point out for the bank. It does have some doors, but they don't open or anything. And I think I was a little worried that the bank would look silly or unrealistic just because of how small it is. And because, the doors go all the way back to here. So there's only like a 4 or 5 stud gap in here. But I think the overall size looks all right. Obviously, I don't need to do any kind of interior like that. And having these pillars out front that add an extra 2 studs to the width really helps fill out the building. I'm gonna jump over to the back plateau now and start installing that anti-aircraft cannon. Before I start designing the cannon and figuring out what it's gonna look like, I gotta put the base that it's going to sit on down. I'm not sure what it's gonna look like, to be honest, so there's gonna be a lot of putting down plates, pulling them back up, trying something else. Basically what I'm trying to go for is just something that looks cool. I don't have a specific, idea or vision for what this needs to look like. It just needs to serve its purpose and look good. So I'm just going to try out a few different designs, try and get as fancy as I can with this, because I feel like the more pieces I put in, the more detailed I make it, the better it's going to look. I also want it to be pretty big. I don't want it to be too big that it takes up the whole mountain, because I also want to have a battle going on there, and I want to put some kind of like defenses in around it. But I think if I build a base about this size, it should allow me to put a pretty decently sized cannon on top of it. All right, it's time for one final update for the week. So I just got finished streaming. It was a pretty good stream. It had a great turnout. So thanks everyone who came out to that. I did get this apartment building started. I ran out of dark bluish gray bricks, unfortunately. Then I got some more work done on this one. You can see I swapped out these trans clear windows over here for these rounded trans blue cylinders. I did that because I don't know if I'll have enough of the other type of window to finish both of these, and I wanted both of these to match. That way, these two match and those two match. This one is, I'm probably going to have to swap out these ones too. I don't know. I have extras of these. I might try and use them somewhere else, or just, save them for a future project. Hopefully I can get these finished up this week. I need to take apart my castle before I can do that, because the rest of my dark bluish gray bricks are over there underneath the castle. So I got to get that at least somewhat taken apart so I can bring bricks over. I did also get some more rock work done. I used up that entire bag of 300 dark tan bricks back there, and a little bit over here on that side, which is ridiculous. That cost me so much money, and to see it eaten up that fast was kind of discouraging, but it is what it is. That's what happens when you're building at this size. I did also get a bunch more filler brick in, so now I'm set up to start working on this cliff face. I'm thinking I'm probably going to go about that high, so I don't have too much higher to go, thankfully, which means I'm probably going to keep a lot of this back area open and free, and pull out a bunch of this dark tan 2x4 like what I did with Utpau, just to create that big gap back there, just because I don't need it up there, but I need it on the sides and the front more. The last thing I want to show you guys is what I was working on, that time lapse, just the beginning of that anti-aircraft gun. So I've built the base. It's going to be built on this slightly rounded platform. I've got these 4 access points right here. It's going to be able to swivel 360 degrees. That's why I wanted to have, stairs leading up to it from all directions. And then I have this yellow line right here, just kind of like a warning line, making sure people stand back so they don't get whacked by the gun as it's spinning. That yellow line is one plate tall, and I'm trying to decide if I like it like this or if I should get rid of this little grate piece down here and then drop these yellow lines one plate so that they're flush with the top here. I'm interested to know what you guys think. Should I keep it so they're up above the rest of this platform, or should I drop them down so everything up here is flush? All that being said, that'll wrap up this update. Even though I didn't have a ton of time to work on it this week, I feel like I did get a lot done, and we are a lot closer to the finale. All that being said, it's time to hit the outro. Another week down and one step closer to the finale. Feels like there's still so much to do, but I'm so close to the end. So hopefully, now that things have kind of calmed down in my personal life a little bit, I should have some more time to focus on Cato Neimoidia, especially now that my castle mock is finished. I don't have to split my time and resources between 3 different mocks. Don't forget to let me know what you guys thought about this update. Any questions, concerns, feedback. I always love to interact with you guys down in the comments. That wraps up this video, and I will catch you guys next time, but until then, happy building.